I am joining you here for Everton Liverpool. Do apologize for the bit of the brief amount of time before the match here. It is very early here in Chicago, 6:30 in the morning. But this is going to be an absolutely cracking match here between these two sides, both of them at or near the top of the Premier League table at the moment. And something we've not seen from Everton for a very long time, have looked an extremely convincing team here in the early stages of the season. So let's get right into the lineups here because the game could start at any moment. The teams weren't walking out before the last commercial break here. For Everton here, Seamus Coleman, Yerry Mina, Michael Keane, Lucas Digne across the back line, Jordan Pickford in goal, Abdoulaye Doucouré, Allen, Andre Gomes making up the midfield three with James Rodriguez, the new summer signing who has been absolutely electric since arriving on the right with Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison in the middle with Richarlison on the left. For Liverpool, we have Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino, Mohamed Salah across the front three, Thiago, Fabinho, Jordan Henderson all starting in midfield today with Andy Robertson, Virgil van Dijk, Joel Matip, and Trent Alexander-Arnold in the back. Adrian starts in goal despite the poor showing last start for him. He will get the start once again due to the injury to Alisson. So teams are getting ready here. I'm going to pour myself a little bit of water. We're going to get right into this one. I'll move the screen down as soon as the game starts so that we can get the scoreboard here. But look forward for an absolutely cracking match here. Two sides are incredibly efficient in the attack when they have the ball. Keep your eyes, of course, on James Rodriguez for Everton. He has been the magic man since arriving, and with the guidance of Carlo Ancelotti, the manager, they have looked absolutely excellent here in their first few matches of this Premier League season. So we are in once again for a great game. A Merseyside derby, probably more competitive than any we have seen in the previous 5 to even 10 years in this fixture. So you can see a nice camera pan right now of Everton Stadium here on Merseyside. Again, just minutes away from Liverpool's. Teams are ready here, so I'm going to get into broadcaster mode after taking a swig of water here. I will join you at halftime for thoughts and opinions on the match and on some of the players. But with that, I'm going to move the screen down here, and I do hope you enjoy the broadcast. So team's taking a knee here. I'm going to take my swig, and I'll join you back at halftime. Alrighty. Jordan Henderson going to start us up with this one. Knocks it back to Matip, who looks long to the left. Headed down by Mina, but it's collected by Liverpool. So first possession of the match over to the Reds here. Virgil van Dijk with this one now. Going to look across the field to the right-hand side. Will pick out Trent Alexander-Arnold well. Trent looking early into the box, but that one headed away by Michael Keane. Good defending there from Englishman. This one knocked up the line by Digne. Fabinho's there to knock it back, but Digne cleans that one up with his head, and looks like an early foul here on James Rodriguez going to collect the ball. Takes a pretty harsh challenge there from Virgil. You look at the replay here. Virgil always going to be a little late to this one. Gives a little body check to James, who's kind of suspended in the air here as he goes up to collect this one. Maybe makes a little bit more of that one than was actually in it, but a foul nonetheless there as Van Dijk arriving late to that one. And now Everton in possession, forced all the way back. Pickford's clearance does pick out Calvert-Lewin, but he's robbed by Virgil van Dijk. And now Matip with it moves it up to the right-hand side. It's intercepted by Coleman. Now with Mina, he calmly sidesteps Firmino. Looks up the field there to Calvert-Lewin, but a foul called once again on Van Dijk. This one less convincing than the one on to James Rodriguez. We look at the replay here. This ball coming into feet. Yeah, just a bit of a clip on the foot there. So probably a good call from the referee. Nothing really too harsh in that challenge whatsoever. Van Dijk there at the right time this time around, just not quite connecting with the ball. Now Everton will resume, but stripped of it is Gomes, and almost in there is Salah. Recovery from Michael Keane, able to take that one off of him. Knock it back to the goalkeeper, Pickford there. Liverpool trying to collect this one, and Trent will do excellently to push to collect it away from Gomes. We'll keep possession here, and Liverpool back with it. Just 2 minutes into the match, you can feel a lot of energy from both sets of these players. I think they know what kind of game they are in for today. So this one going to head out wide here. Pushed around by Robertson into the box, and it's a goal! Sadio Mane, just 2 minutes into the match, will give Liverpool the lead. And maybe this is Liverpool taking control of the Merseyside derby. Once again, just like that, they are in the lead. And Everton trailing for one of the first times this season, and in such quick fashion there. A shocking result for this side, who would have been looking forward to this match as a huge chance to end their losing run in the Merseyside derby. But an excellent ball out here we can see on the replay. Robertson gets there first, gets it around Coleman. The cross in just goes right through the Everton defense here, bouncing into the path of Mane, who is completely uncontested 3 yards out. Sorry, a little bit more than that, just about 6, but he makes absolutely no mistake, buries it into the upper left corner over Pickford, who has no chance whatsoever, and the Reds will take the lead here early on. So Everton trying to come back quickly, but that one will go out for a goal kick, and it will fall back to Liverpool. So what a start here to this match. A lot of talk in this one about how Everton finally looking like they were potentially at the level to challenge Liverpool. But just like this, a good ball out to Robertson. He beats Coleman one-on-one and then picks out Mane in the box with that cross there. And Liverpool, taking such an early lead, can just drain the energy, take the wind right out of the sails of these Everton players. We will see how Carlo Ancelotti and his squad can respond to this one. Of course, still so much time in the match, but can be very deflating to trail so quickly to such a good side like Liverpool. Liverpool have it for a goal kick right now. Adrian starting this one short. Maybe a bit worrisome for a lot of Liverpool fans who have seen some of the mistakes of the past weeks, but this one moved out well and excellently controlled here on the right-hand touchline by Salah. Gets around DeeJay. It's now gone all the way out to the left side to Mane. He will cross the ball back in. It's headed by Henderson, but a deflection by DeeJay there at the back post will knock that one away for a corner kick. Liverpool look ready and raring to go for this one. They have absolutely poured it on here in the first 4 minutes. You can see this ball floated in, perfectly weighted for Henderson, who's arriving in the middle of the box there, but the deepest members are him and DeeJay. His header is on target, but DeeJay's there to knock it away. Here's the ensuing corner kick, does not get over the man at the front post there, but will come out to Fabinho. He will lob it back into the back post to Virgil van Dijk, and Van Dijk gets a shot away. Pickford looks like he will get a piece of Van Dijk. I think Van Dijk may be offsides, and that does look to be the call, but Virgil now holding his right leg here as we look at the replay. It's a great ball lofted in by Fabinho, and yes, Virgil is offsides for certain here. Ooh, yeah, it does take a pretty awkward challenge here from Pickford. Ooh, that is a bad challenge indeed from Pickford. Completely misses the ball and just scissors both of his legs onto Van Dijk's right leg, the planted right leg of Van Dijk as well, and that looks like a challenge that could cause a lot of pain here for Van Dijk, who has remained down and is getting treatment here from one of his physios, sorry. So Van Dijk remains down after the chance. We look one more time at the replay here. Here's Fabinho playing it back in. You can see Van Dijk is offsides. Even with Calvert-Lewin there on the screen, should be offsides. But yeah, he arrives at that ball first. Has a good chance. I think he even makes contact with it for the shot. Yeah, he does. Pickford just absolutely cleans him out there. Oh, wow. He may be onside. It looked for all the world to me on the replay like Van Dijk was offsides in the build-up to that play, but they're checking the lines right now, and he may still just barely be offsides, but it's a lot closer than it first looked like to me. They're using that back foot of Calvert-Lewin. Now he is still just offsides there. And so unfortunately for Van Dijk and Liverpool, Pickford may get away with this one. I think if Van Dijk is onside and they review this is 100% a penalty and quite possibly a red card for Pickford. Such was the nature of the challenge. Again, a very scissor kind of challenge from the keeper there. Both legs in the air, kind of collapsing upon Van Dijk's planted right foot there as he, I do think Pickford's trying to stop the shot there, but just gets himself caught in an awkward situation, doesn't know if he should dive at it, throw his body at it, keep his body steady. He just kind of throws his legs at Van Dijk and just completely scissors the right leg. It's an absolutely nasty challenge, and if Pickford remains on the pitch, he will be a very fortunate boy here. Van Dijk walking it off on the touchline here. He's received attention from the physios, and play has actually resumed here. So Pickford will escape the book and escape the potential sending off there. Van Dijk looks like he will be able to come back on. He is walking on his own power. Looks pretty okay on the touchline, but pretty scary challenge there once again. Definitely one where I would have been concerned. It was a nasty challenge from Pickford, and one that I think would have been roundly punished had Van Dijk remained off or been onside in that VAR review. Here's Everton picking this one back up. Dominic Calvert-Lewin on this one down the right-hand touchline. He is onside. Will cut back, waiting for some help to arrive, but may have waited a little bit too long as a bunch of Liverpool reinforcements have arrived as well. James switching the field of play here to DeeJay. Now back to Gomes. Over to Mina. Now back to James. Sorry, this is Seamus Coleman now. As Decoray tries to do a 1-2 with him, but Robertson is alert, will intercept that one, and now Firmino. Henderson back to Adrian, who just clears this one away. Mina will collect. Pretty decent spell of possession there for Everton, but they are still that man up as Van Dijk walking on the far sideline here. Liverpool may be readying a substitution, actually. So look over at the side of the field, and yeah, Van Dijk not going to stop there at half field. Actually going to walk with the trainer all the way back to the locker room. So will be forced off injured here by that challenge from Pickford. So Liverpool will be forced to play with 10 men here for the time being until they can get that substitute on. Gomes will move this one over to DeeJay. Cross in from DeeJay. That one a little bit too high, and Adrian able to catch that one easily. Calvert-Lewin not even bothering to go up for that one. Yeah, and Van Dijk making almost a full lap around the field here, is initially thinking he may be able to come back on, and as he walked on it more, realizing that it may be a little worse than he first anticipated here. As Henderson now with possession will move it out to Robertson, up the line towards Mane. Coleman and Mina are there. It will be Mina taking possession. Good pressure here from Mane. Does give a little bit of space to Mina, whose clearance will bounce off Mane. Go out of play for a throw-in. So substitution will be made here. Gomez is going to come on for Van Dijk. So that will be the end of the afternoon for Virgil van Dijk. And Gomez, a capable defender, of course, but always a loss when someone of the quality of Van Dijk goes off this early into a match. But fortunately for Liverpool, once again, they do lead 1-0 through that second-minute goal from Sadio Mane, courtesy of an Andy Robertson assist. So now back to full strength. Everton are in possession once again, though. It's Richarlison driving into the box here, has Alexander-Arnold retreating, tries to get a cross in, but is picked off by Gomez. Firmino trying to collect this one, but will lose out to Gomes. DeeJay with an early cross here into the box. Coming in is Calvert-Lewin. He'll get his head on it, but can't get that one down. It will sail over the crossbar there for a goal kick, but a pretty good cross here in the first half decent chance for the side of Everton. So yeah, it's a great cross from DeeJay, fading away towards the left-hand touchline, and actually gets a great whip onto that ball. Calvert-Lewin times his leap pretty well, comes in from behind Gomez, but just can't get over that one. Goes high of the crossbar, never a threat there to Adrian. Play will resume, and Liverpool have won a throw. Comes into Fabinho. Now back to Matip. He'll look long for Mane, guarded pretty well by Coleman there. Can't bring the ball under control, so it will be an Everton throw. 'Cause Everton will be forced to play with 10 men here for the time being until they can get that substitute on. Gomes will move this one over to DeeJay. Cross in from DeeJay. That one a little bit too high, and Adrian able to catch that one easily. Calvert-Lewin not even bothering to go up for that one. So Here's Coleman and Decore on the right touchline, but Decore's pass evades James Rodriguez. Now it's Firmino with it. Looking out to Trent. Trent clipping this one in. Michael Keane there to head it away. Gomes collecting, but it's picked off him by Henderson. Here's Firmino in the box, going to shoot. That one deflected up in the air. Pickford will come out and punch this time very well. But Sadio Mane back with it inside the box. It goes out to Robertson, who beats Coleman once again. Sorry. Here's the header in the box from Firmino, but doesn't get his contact right. And that one going to sail high and wide of the goal. Firmino, head in his hands there, very frustrated with himself. It's a great move from Robertson, faking the cross initially, gets James Rodriguez to jump in the air. His cross does sail on him a little bit there, making it hard for Firmino to get over it. Doesn't quite time the leap right either. And that one never a threat for Pickford. So good play once again from Liverpool. At the end of the day, it doesn't come to much as Everton will restart this one. Out with Coleman, but his pass intercepted by a retreating Mane. James will move out to pressure. Easily played around by a couple of Liverpool players, and it's back with Joe Gomez. Matip now. Over to Trent. Adrian. Adrian will look long here. Mane collects it well off his chest. It's knocked down for Alcantara. Thiago over to Henderson. Now Trent. Looks up the line here. Well controlled by Henderson. Defended by Keane here on the near touch line. We'll go back to Salah. Fabinho. Trent. Salah. Into the feet of Mane. Out to Henderson. Good defending here so far by Everton, but Liverpool look very composed in possession here. Here's Henderson crossing from the right-hand side, but will not quite connect and headed easily back into the hands of Pickford by Coleman. Pickford will look long quickly towards Calvert-Lewin. He'll jump to try to distract Gomez. It will not work as Gomez heads easily into Fabinho's feet. Sorry, I believe that's Alcantara. Nope, that is Fabinho. Both bald, so I do apologize for that one. Now Alcantara, under pressure here in midfield, will get hacked down by James Rodriguez as he attempts to pass it out towards the right-hand flank. Fabinho will restart this one short to Matip. Matip over to Trent. Trent across here for Gomez. So the game's slowing down probably for the first time since it began here as Liverpool in a good spell of possession, though, in their own half. Mane tries to have the beating of, I believe, Andre Gomes there, and Decore. Foul will be called on Decore. Sorry, it's Allen and Decore. Yeah, just hands into the chest of Mane as he tries to run by him, so easy foul there for the referee. But yeah, game actually slowing down here for the first time. Since the start of the match, we had a very energized start from both sides. A lot of pressure, a lot of sprinting up and down the field. A couple decent spells of possession, but of course, highlighted and initially capped by Sadio Mane finishing across from Andy Robertson in just the second minute of play, resulting in this 1-0 Liverpool lead here. Throw in taken by Everton, but eventually possessed by Liverpool. Comes into the feet of Thiago. Looks over to Joe Gomez. Back into Thiago. Sprayed wide for Robertson. He'll collect it. Knock it back to Thiago. Once again, clipping this one over the top. So not going to quite connect with Firmino. Will bounce into the hands of Pickford. They'll restart this one to the feet of Allen. Looking for an option here. Coleman into Mina now. See the line from Liverpool much higher than that of Everton's, pressing all the way into the Blues half here. This one will go long for Calvert-Lewin. It's collected well top of the box. Calvert-Lewin has a beating of Gomez and shoots, but it doesn't quite get the connection he wants, and it dribbles right into the waiting arms of Adrian. Excellent ball there from DeeJay, and excellent control by Calvert-Lewin, but doesn't quite get the strike he wanted on that one. And it ends up being a harmless shot right at Adrian. Calvert-Lewin a little frustrated with himself. Probably the best chance of the match there falling to him as he controlled that long pass from DeeJay very, very well, but didn't quite get the connection he wanted on the strike. Play resumes. Firmino is caught off sides here by the Everton defensive line, and they will regain possession. Here's Coleman. Back to Mina. Now Pickford. Look up the field here. Will miss Trent. Be controlled by Richarlison, but unfairly there as it hits his hand. And be a free kick over to Liverpool. 17 minutes on the clock here. Yeah, pretty clear handball there from Richarlison. Now Liverpool back with possession here. Bit of a stray pass there from Thiago of all people, but it's cleaned up by Matip. Everton have come away with possession though. Here's James playing in Richarlison, but Adrian actually alert to this one, coming out of his box pretty quickly. And we'll collect that one just as it rolls into the 18-yard box ahead of Richarlison. Decent look there from the Everton man. And they now have possession once again, moving this one out on the far flank. It's a great pass into the path of Calvert-Lewin. He's running into the box here. Doesn't really have support. Will shoot from the tough angle. And Adrian will just palm that one away for a corner kick. Good run here from Calvert-Lewin. He's well found by Coleman onsides the entire time. It's good enough defending here from Matip, forcing the Everton man wide there and not seeing any better options. Calvert-Lewin likes to have that shot. Adrian equal to it, able to palm it out for a corner. Here comes the ensuing corner from James. It's into the box. It's headed. It's a goal! Michael Keane going to level it at 19 minutes here. An excellent corner kick from James Rodriguez. And Liverpool find themselves matched here by their Merseyside rivals. It's 1-1 in the derby. So Michael Keane, his second goal of the season here. It's a great corner kick right into the 6-yard box from James Rodriguez. A little too far out for Adrian to go chase. Michael Keane's the one who leaps, gets his head to the cross here, makes decent contact. It comes right at Adrian, but the speed of the header is what beats the Liverpool goalkeeper. Cannot quite get his hands up in time to push that one away. And it just sneaks in, gets his left fingertips to it, but not enough power to push it over the crossbar. And that one sails into the top of the net. 1-1 here. Goal from Mane and a goal from Keane. We talked about how we were in for an exciting match here, and it looks to be that way as Liverpool's early goal here canceled out now by Michael Keane. And we are all level once again with everything to play for here as Adrian going to be clearing this one up towards the near flank here for Liverpool. Near touchline, excuse me, but it's with Gomes now. So Everton have won the fight for possession. Coleman will stop his run. We'll reset it to Mina. Sorry, to Decoray. Now it's Mina. Over to Decoray. Into Allen. Ooh, good tackle here by Fabinho. Will strip Allen of possession. 3 Liverpool players running forward. Salah at the right-hand side of the box will shoot. Doesn't quite get the contact. He was trying to use his defender there as a screen to hopefully beat Pickford with vision. But Pickford able to see it the entire way and not enough power on that shot to trouble the Everton goalkeeper there. Play resuming on the far touchline here as Coleman trying to ride a sliding challenge from Mane. That one actually kept in by Thiago. Good work from Liverpool, but it's won back by Everton. Here's Calvert-Lewin. Robbed the possession by Thiago. Sorry, that is Fabinho. Now Robertson driving forward, doing a nice job here, getting around one. There's a short pass from Mane, who looks across the field. His pass will not connect with Trent. Instead, it's headed by Digne, and now it's Richarlison looking long here. That pass deflected, but will find the feet of Calvert-Lewin, who collects it, moves it wide for James. James going to clip this one in towards Richarlison. Gomes is there. Doesn't head it any further than Andre Gomes. Now it's Digne. Keane. Over to Mina. Everton with a really good spell of possession here. Had a couple of crosses. Not too dangerous, but have had the ball for quite some time now as James' pass finally picked off by Alcantara. Liverpool have it back. Mane moving forward, forced to cut back by Allen. Has 3 midfielders around him, but will move it out to Trent. Back into Fabinho. Thiago. Over to Robertson. Thiago looking for options here as he dribbles slowly forward. He's met by Decore, looks inside. That pass from Mane bounces into the air, and now Mane on the ground here. A high boot. Not sure if it's from Gomes, Allen, or another defender. It should be a yellow card here for whoever that player is. A lot of Everton players protesting the foul call here, but it looked to be fairly clear. Even if there's no contact here with Mane's head, it's certainly a high boot, and it definitely is from Gomes here. You can see this ball bounces up on Mane. He goes to head it. It doesn't really look like there's any contact from the cleat onto Mane's head, but it's a high boot nonetheless. If the ball is sitting around a player's head level, they're going to use it. Mane clearly not ducking there, pretty much at his full height. The boot right up around his head from Gomes. Certainly a dangerous play there with the high boot, so a pretty easy foul call in my opinion. For the referee there. But based on the fact that there is no contact, the referee has adjudged no need to give Gomes the yellow card, so instead will just be a foul call here, just outside the D at the top of the box. Multiple Liverpool players standing over this one. They try to figure out what to do here. Trent, Salah, Henderson standing over it. You would pip it to be Alexander-Arnold, of course, taking this one. But we've seen, short one from, here's Trent. Shoots, it's a great save from Pickford. The restart came very quickly there, catching even me by surprise. A short layoff here from Henderson. Great shot by Trent. He gets the whip he wants on it. It is goal bound. Not quite in the corner, but fairly close. And Pickford, equal to this one, diving across to his right. Gets a good hand to it and pushes it out for a corner kick. Here is the ensuing corner kick. Going to be swung in here from the right-hand side. Doesn't beat Gomes at the near post and will bounce out to Salah here. He'll pass it all the way back for Andy Robertson, who will look long, but skews his long pass there. That one goes out almost for a throw-in. Thiago has a chance to keep it in play, but too much spin on that one. Go out for a throw in here. Can see pretty good dive there by Pickford. Gets enough contact there with the left hand. As we resume play, we see James in a heap on the ground once again. Now getting himself back up. Another foul onto the Everton man. Player that does get fouled a lot. Is very tricky with his feet. Does embellish a little bit most of the time, but similar to someone like a Jack Grealish, does have the footwork and the skills to ride a lot of challenges and does get clipped quite often there. Does James, and he's on it once again here, driving forward, but a poor touch will have it poked off him by Gomez. Alcantara moving it the other way for Mane, driving at Yerry Mina. Will move this one forward, crossed with the outside of the foot, but not enough whip on that one to get it to Salah. Pickford comes out, picks that one up pretty easily. Now James across here to Gomes, pressured by Salah. He's forced back to DeeJay. DeeJay back to Keane. Everton happy to slow play down here. Just 26 minutes into the match. Feels like we've already been here for about 40 with how much action we have had, even if the chances haven't been gilt-edged ones. We've seen a lot of aggressive play here. Very high energy match from both sides and 2 goals already. There's Allen winning possession in midfield. Back to Keane, now over to Mina. He'll look long towards Calvert-Lewin, but that one easily headed down by Gomez and collected by Robertson. Now with Fabinho. Into Mane. Back to Alcantara. Fabinho. First time pass from Salah into Henderson. It comes back to Salah. He'll find Trent. Looking for some options. Doesn't see any really good ones. It's with Thiago, who's fouled once again by Allen there, trying to connect his pass with Trent. Allen a little upset with how Thiago went down there, but certainly a clip there as the Liverpool man is trying to play his pass. So I believe that's the second foul of the match by Allen onto Thiago. Expect to hear those two together a lot. Thiago, someone I'm sure will have been prepped to press highly as the free kick comes in, headed away by Mina. But you don't want to give Thiago too much time on the ball, and Allen and Doucouré, the two certainly tasked with defending him tightly. Liverpool now playing this one once again. Mane stripped of possession here up front. It will come back to Matip. He'll look wide. Great touch here from Alexander-Arnold. Will keep it in play, but doesn't quite connect the pass with one of his teammates. Everton now coming away with it. It's Gomes. Tries to play this one long, but that one deflected by Fabinho. Allen going up to win this one will do so, but Gomes loses out to Fabinho, and now a foul called actually against Liverpool here. So Everton will be able to come away with possession. Pickford taking his time with this restart, has come all the way out to knock this one forward, gets the entire Everton team up the pitch here. Here is the restart from Pickford. Moving this one over to the far touchline. It's well won by Calvert-Lewin with his chest there. Moved back into him by James. Looks like he is clipped, goes down to the ground, but gets back up and able to retain possession here. It's actually with Keane now. Now Mina. Into Doucouré, his pass over to the right-hand side does not connect with James, and now Liverpool running the other way. Good pass from Firmino, but Sadio Mane's touch is a little too big. Taken away from him by Coleman, who finds Richarlison on the other side of the field. His pass bounces off his own foot, but somehow he actually gets it back. Now Richarlison once again holding off Trent. Will be fouled by the Liverpool defender. Couple of complaints of a handball, I think, in the attempt to control the ball there by Richarlison, but referee judging he has done just fine. And Seamus Coleman here now down on the field, and it looks to be a bit of a non-contact injury. I think we saw something happen to him when he played that pass across for Richarlison. He kind of stopped running a little bit, pointed up the field, and may have just felt something go there, and that's not a good sign here for Seamus Coleman, someone who has struggled with injuries in the past. Of course, was out for a very long time and kind of has a knowing look on his face as he's taking a knee here. See the build-up. He pips in front of Mane as he goes to play this pass. No indication yet on the replay, but you can see him just slow down and actually has the captain's armband as well. Will be able to walk off on his own power, but certainly knows that something is wrong, and we'll hope for the best there for Seamus Coleman. But non-contact injuries, of course, always very, very scary for players, and this is certainly one of those as he walks off the field. So good that he can do that under his own power, but there could be a small tear or a big sprain here somewhere in that leg. So do wish him all the best, and hopefully will not be out of action for too long, as new signing from Norwich, Godfrey, will be joining the game in the place of the injured Seamus Coleman. He'll be playing at that right back position. His play has resumed. Now Henderson lobbing this one up the field. It's well won by Firmino. He'll knock it back for Salah, who looks across here to Thiago, overlapping as Robertson. Here's the cross from Robertson. That one deflected by Yerry Mina. Will come back out to Thiago. Fabinho now clipping this one over to the right-hand side. We'll pick out Alexander-Arnold, who crossed this first time, but doesn't hit it right, and that one sprays, spinning to the right-hand side. Will end up in the waiting hands of Jordan Pickford. Pickford going to take his time to restart this one. 32 minutes on the clock in this first half of play between Everton and Liverpool. Merseyside derby One of the most anticipated we've had in a very, very long time. Both teams at the top of the Premier League table here. Everton winning every single one of their first 4 matches here in the Premier League for the first time in quite a long time. As now this one over on the right will be crossed very well by Henderson all the way over to the left for Mane. He's one-on-one here with the newly introduced Godfrey. Plays one back to the top of the box. Thiago shooting. Ooh, and that one coming scarily close to the left-hand post there, but going just wide. Decent strike from Thiago, just doesn't quite get it on target. It did look that Pickford had it covered the entire way. As we're looking at the replay here, great crossfield pass from Henderson. Mane does well to take on Godfrey. Finds Thiago at the top of the box. He sets himself and shoots, but yeah, it looks like Pickford reads it the entire way. Always just about a yard wide there. Pickford will get us reset for this one. Going to look long here over to the left-hand side. That one will be won by Calvert-Lewin. Headed forward, but Gomez is there before Richarlison. Now a foul called on Gomes as he goes up against Henderson. Play restarting here as this long pass into the feet of Mane. He will nutmeg Doucouré there to keep possession. Now it's with Firmino. Great ball in behind for Robertson. Here's Mane again. He shoots, but this one goes wide. Mane missing a golden opportunity there in the 18-yard box to put Liverpool back in the lead. Another great cross here from Andy Robertson, but this one is not the same connection Mane had with it in the second minute. You can see him here just about 16 yards out. Picked out very well by Robertson with a cross on the ground, and yeah, just a little bit late getting his connection there on the side-footed strike, and it comes off the front part of his foot and skews out to the right there, just wide of Pickford's post. So golden opportunity there for Liverpool, squandered this time around by Sadio Mane. It will remain 1-1 here in the 34th minute of play. Liverpool, though, once again putting the pressure on Mane, going to be over-ended here, or upended here by Allen. Will be a foul on the Everton man. He apologizing this time, knows there's no way out of it for him, or no way out of this one for him. Definitely a foul. Excuse me. Here's a pretty chipped pass into the box here from Liverpool. It does end up with Salah, who gets a strike away. There are 3 Everton defenders in front of him. It bounces last off Godfrey for a corner kick, but very innovative free kick here for Liverpool. Just a quick chip from Thiago. You can see Salah getting on top of this one. The ball bounces around a little bit. He eventually does get a strike off. Here's the ensuing corner from Robertson this time. He does not get it over the first man. It's cleared only as far as Thiago. Now with Fabinho. Robertson once again has his crossing angle taken away, and now forced to go in field. It's taken back by Doucouré. Comes away to James here, who drives forward. Looks wide here, but his pass intercepted by Gomez. It will be brought back for the foul onto James, who's asking for a card here onto Fabinho. Doesn't look like he's going to get it just yet. See a bit of a tug back from Robertson there. Not sure why the camera panned to Fabinho. Maybe just a case of mistaken identity there, as Robertson was the one who dragged James back. Excuse me for a bit of the extra noises here. It's still very early. My body's still waking up a little bit. Here is the ensuing cross from Everton, headed back down across the box, but Mane is there to intercept it. Good interplay between him and Thiago. Now looking out wide for Trent, who has some room to run here. Goes early towards Mane, just overplays him a little bit, and that allows Godfrey to get back here and defend him. He connects with, mistake here. Oh, wow. It was actually James getting back to defend there. His pass came into Godfrey, who miscontrolled it a little bit, and it looked like it was a dangerous opportunity for Liverpool, but fortunately for Godfrey, it bounces off of Mane for a goal kick. Is looking back at the replay here of Pickford tackling Virgil van Dijk. Wow, it is such a nasty challenge. Oh, it's really bad in real time. It's bad in slow motion. I mean, Pickford is absolutely so fortunate to still be on this pitch because Van Dijk was offsides. Pickford going to restart this one. Looks long to the left once again here. Calvert-Lewin going up, but will not beat Matip to this one. Bouncing high into the air from a Henderson clearance now. Henderson will be the one to fight for this in midfield. And it is Henderson who comes away with it. Looks out wide to Mane. Mane going to cross this one over to Salah, who's inside the box already with Digne. Oh, great pass in. Oh, right-footed shot, but it's not powerful enough and can't beat Pickford there. Is Salah. Really neat combination play here from Salah. He picks it up well from Mane. Short pass into Thiago, who plays it right back to him, but on his weaker right foot, can't generate enough power, and that one ends up dribbling right at Pickford, who's just able to put his body behind it and easily saves that one. But excellent interplay between the two Liverpool players. Just not quite enough power or direction on the strike from Salah. Gomez with it now. Liverpool restarting possession here from the back. Vina moves it up to Henderson. Henderson, a bit of miscommunication with Alexander-Arnold, but he does pick out Salah on accident there, and they will retain possession. Thiago. Now Gomez. Matip into Fabinho. Fabinho clips this one up to Salah, but it just escapes the Egyptian there and will go out for a goal kick. We look back at the goals here. You see Robertson getting to that one before Coleman, able to pass it around Coleman and run onto it, then picks out Mane well for that finish. On the other end, a James corner kick to a Keane header. A connection that has already borne the fruit of one goal this season, now has a second. Here's Everton winning possession in Liverpool's half. Doucouré crossing this one in. It's deflected. It almost comes to Richarlison at the back post, but not quite connecting with that ball is the Brazilian. And will go out for a goal kick. So look at the replay here. The header bouncing around, won well by Doucouré. Goes out to him. He crosses it. It's deflected by Calvert-Lewin at that near post and almost falls into the path of Richarlison. Everton at it again. Now Gomes looking inside to James. Back to Gomes with a no-look pass. He will cut it back. Tries to beat Matip on the dribble. It turns out that he is offsides on that return pass from James. And Liverpool will regain possession here from what looked like a pretty dangerous opportunity. Yep, Gomes certainly offsides there. Play will be restarted here by Adrian. 41 minutes on the clock. Just 4 minutes remaining in this first half of play. This one eventually won by Liverpool. It's Bobby Firmino now. Out to Salah. He flicks it back into Firmino. Shooting from the top of the box here. Deflects into the path of Firmino. He's going to cross. Ooh, excellent block there by the Everton defense at the goal line. Henderson got a shot away, but two bodies in front of him able to block that one on the ground. And it looks like Henderson might have taken an arm off the face here as he went in for that shot. Again, excellent interplay from Salah here on the wing with Firmino. His shot deflects into the path of Firmino, who gets a good cross on the ground in here to Henderson. We take a look at the replay. Not quite a shot actually there, as the cross just deflected a little bit by Mina. It ends up going behind Henderson. He has to reach for it. The contact looks like it is not goal bound, and as Henderson takes his swing at the ball, his body and face kind of bounce off the body of Godfrey. Again, was introduced here due to the Seamus Coleman injury. So Henderson feeling the brunt of that one, but no harm done, of course, by Godfrey. There, the ball already out of harm's way, and so play will be allowed to resume from Pickford here. Everton end up winning possession of the scrum, but a bit of a misplaced pass here from Mina, and it will end up at the feet of Fabinho. Liverpool with it once again. Firmino cutting inside here, has an option out to his right, tries to play it in behind, but plays it right at Keane, really, who was able to intercept. Now Gomes the other way, trying to get it around. Matip cannot do so. Matip plays this one very well on this near touchline, intercepts and is then able to connect with a teammate, but the cross-field pass is picked off. A bit of chaos from both sides here as they try to collect possession. James there baiting Firmino into a foul. Firmino will help him back up, apologizes, and play will resume once again. Both teams happy to get it underway quickly. A burst of energy here at the end of this first half as somebody trying to look to go in up 1 goal. Right now it is Everton in possession. Liverpool have looked a bit the more likely of the two sides recently. But Everton still dangerous nonetheless as James riding a couple of challenges here on the dribble. Will find Richarlison, has the help of Gomes, will shoot himself on the left foot, but really mishits that one, gets under it, and it sails high and wide of the goal here. See, gets some time at the top of the box and allowed to turn, decides to have a hit with that left foot, but does not get the strike clean. Instead, striking kind of through the right-hand side of the ball. It sprays out and to the left of him and never really troubling Adrian with that one. So just about 44 minutes on the clock here. A minute remaining in regulation in the first half as Adrian clears this one away towards the far touchline. It's won by Mane over Doucouré. This one goes straight up in the air. Mina trying to get body position, but Firmino does well. Still a scrum for possession here, and Henderson will be the one to come away with it. So Liverpool, maybe time for one last chance here. This clock ticking down towards 45, but instead Alexander-Arnold will see himself robbed of possession by Richarlison. Allen looks up the line, but that pass intercepted by Henderson. Now back into the feet of Firmino. Thiago out left to Robertson. Up to Mane. 2 defenders around him. Another one coming in from the midfield is Doucouré. And it looks like a foul here on James Rodriguez, who will receive a yellow card for his challenge on Sadio Mane here, just at the edge of the 18-yard box. First yellow of the game here as we take a look at the replay. Yeah, James not quite getting enough of the ball there. Has to take out the player to get to the ball as well. Certainly a foul there onto the Colombian, and a just yellow card, I think, from the referee. So James will be the first player to find himself in the book. Liverpool will have a free kick from a very dangerous position here, just outside the edge of the 18-yard box on the far side. 4 minutes of stoppage time here in the first half. We are already 14 seconds into that. As Trent Alexander-Arnold surveys his options here for the free kick. Henderson walks away. Here's Alexander-Arnold knocking this one in towards goal. It's headed away by Mina. Great shot from Alcantara, but it's blocked in the box there by Keane. And now coming the other way is Everton, trying to play this one long as Digne, but it's deflected. Doucouré does well to use his body, shoves Mo Salah off of that ball, and now with possession once again, finds Digne. Digne tries to turn, but it's poked off him by Gomez. It's an Everton throw. Excellent work by Doucouré, absolutely bullying Salah out of possession there and able to continue his run. Eventually, both Everton players are crowded out by Liverpool defenders, but they do win themselves a throw in the attacking half. Digne throws it in short, gets it back to his feet. Back out for a throw once again, this time off Alexander-Arnold. A couple minutes of stoppage time already played, just about a minute 30 remaining in this one. Digne going to look for a longer throw here, try to get something in the box here as time almost expires. It looked like he stepped onto the field there. Not sure if the referee caught that one. Looks like play will continue. This one headed out only as far as Gomes by Robertson, and the cross comes back in. It's an awkward height from Adrian for Gomes. He's forced to just push that one over his crossbar for a corner here. Look at the replay. Gomes trying to cross this one with his left foot. Doesn't quite get the whip he wants on it, but it's an awkward height. It looked like it was sinking down into the Liverpool goal, so Adrian forced to palm that one over the crossbar and does just fine with that one, but it will be a corner kick. Remember, Everton scoring their goal from a corner. Here's Hamas's corner. Flicked away at the near post there by Firmino. It looks like a foul also called on an Everton player. So Liverpool will be able to clear their lines here with just 30 minutes remaining in stoppage time in the first half of play here. Adrian going to get on top of this one. We'll restart it. It's going to go long from Gomez, but doesn't get good contact. It's picked off by Doucouré. And now Everton with a chance here to come the other way. Allen. Bit of a short pass from Doucouré for his defender, Godfrey there. Mina out to Luka Dean. Hamas cropping up here on the left side. Great pass into the run of Gomes. Looks inside for Digne, but gets his pass all wrong there, and it's picked off by Liverpool. Now in possession as we have had the 4 minutes of stoppage time. Keeping our eye on the referee here as Fabinho knocks this one wide. Salah with some room to run here. The referee allowing it to go on. Salah cutting inside. Looking for options here. Going to play it into the path of Robertson, but good tracking back from Richarlison. And he will clear that one out for a throw-in. Robertson taking quickly into Firmino. Played back to Thiago. Now Henderson. Referee allowing it to go on. Henderson clipping this one into the box. Flicked away at the near post by Godfrey, I believe. And play will continue. That one actually staying in. Robertson going to cross this one in towards the back post. There's nobody there really. It's a bit of a mishit cross. Too much power on it for Robertson. And that will do it for action here in the first half of play. Very energetic half from both sides. An opening goal from Sadio Mane on 2 minutes. Equalized later on by Keane in the 19th minute of play there on a header from a corner kick. James Rodriguez corner kick, and we go into halftime with both sides level here. All right, guys, out of broadcasting mode. That was really exciting first half. This is kind of giving me shades of the Leeds Manchester City game I cast a couple weeks ago, where there were only 2 goals in it, but there was just a ton of energy and tension in both teams, like really going at it in this one. And Liverpool came out of the gates firing. They were certainly the better side. They were putting a ton of pressure on Everton, and it looked like they could just run away with the game. But Everton did enough to keep themselves together, keep composed, absorb some of the pressure. They get that corner kick, they level it, and since then, I'd say Liverpool have probably had the slightly better of the chances. A really great strike I didn't really get to cast was one from Alcantara at the end of the half, because Everton immediately went on the break because it was blocked by a chest and fell into the path of an Everton player. But off of a corner kick, I think it was headed away, and Thiago got a great strike on the ball. Super clean, looked to be goal bound, and just happened to be straight at an Everton defender who was able to chest it away. So really good action there. Once again, I think Liverpool maybe the slightly better of the sides after Everton's equalizing goal. Liverpool certainly much better than Everton before that point. But Everton have looked dangerous for stretches of this match. So it'll be an exciting second half. We'll see how these teams come out with it. But yeah, very, very good first half of play. Very exciting. So I'm going to take a break here. It's still early in the morning, so go hop in lay in my covers or something, and I'll come back at the start of the second half. Thanks for tuning in once again, and I will be back with you in just a couple minutes. think this one is about to get started once again, so I'm going to take up my post here. I think we got one more commercial break, but just want to come back a little early. But yeah, quite the first half. Like I said, very energetic from both sides. There's been a lot of good play from both of them. I mean, some players in particular, I think Andy Robertson has been excellent. So I think Football's probably got it right there. He's got the assist. He picked out Mane for what probably should have been a second very well. His overlapping runs have been super well timed. He's been pretty crafty today, actually, like deceiving players with his feints. I don't know if that's them just kind of jumping and deciding not to defend him or what. Usually Robertson is a good crosser, but not the most not the most creative space creator sometimes. But yeah, I mean, he's been really good today. I think Salah's been really good today. It just hasn't quite had the finish yet, but he's looked sharp. He's brought everything down super well. He's combined well. The midfield engines looked pretty good. Mane has the one finish and has looked energetic. I mean, a lot of Liverpool players have looked good. I think Everton's defended fairly well, but they just seem to be under pressure a lot. There was a decent stretch in that first half where Everton had the ball and looked pretty good. And I think they're handling it as best they can. But like I said, at the end of the first half, I think they were more the team under the cosh. Just more under pressure throughout most of that half. And you'd kind of expect that. I mean, Everton are the challengers here to the already sort of known quantity of Liverpool as the reigning champions. So it's not unexpected, but yeah, I think Liverpool have been sharp today too. So we'll see if they can get that second goal that they need. But it could go either way. Like I said, Everton has looked dangerous on the attacks that they've had. They clearly have the quality. They clearly have the pace. They clearly have the setup to do the structure and the setup to do so. So yeah, I mean it's hard to call, and I'm looking forward to a pretty good second half as well. I'm gonna close this. All right. So you might have just a minute or so left. I think we've gone through the last commercial break. I think when we come back, we should be starting here. Oh, no. Okay, yep, nope. Commercials are done. Looks like players are getting off the field here. So probably about a minute we'll be starting up. Once again for the second half. I mean, let me know what your score predictions are if you're here in the chat. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Just like that Leeds Man City game, I expect maybe not a ton of goals, but I expect a lot of energy. I expect a very, very energetic second half, and I'm excited to see who comes out on top of this one. So, all right, players are almost ready. I'm going to be going into broadcasting mode. I'm going to move the background down a little bit. Oh, that's not the background. That is my event list. Excuse me. I'm going to move the background down a little bit so we can see where the scoreboard is. Perfect. All right, and we have gotten started. I will join you at the end for brief thoughts and maybe some short player ratings. So Everton going to get us started here for the second half. Launching this one into Liverpool's end, and it's bouncing around in the air there until a pretty blatant shove by Fabinho goes unpunished by the referee. That's a bit of a strange one. That was about as clear of a two-hand shove as I've seen in a while, and able to actually evade the attentions of the referee here. Now Liverpool in possession of it. Fabinho gets it out to Trent, who finds Henderson, but Henderson stripped there of possession, and a foul called on Allen here, and I'm not sure there was much in that one this time around. Seemed to rob Henderson of possession pretty fairly there. Nonetheless, Liverpool will restart play. Thiago moving this one out to the left for Robertson. Back into Thiago. Crossfield ball out to the right. Will pick out Salah well. Looks into the box for Henderson. Reverse pass. Great defending from Digne. Pokes that away. Here's a shot from the top of the box from Fabinho, but kind of slides into that shot. Never really gets the contact that we've seen on a couple of strikes just like that one from him, where he's absolutely rocketed it. A notable one against Man City last season to open the scoring in that match. And just kind of, slips as he's coming up to get that ball, and the slip takes his balance away. He ends up skyrocketing that one, and it goes high over the crossbar into the empty stands behind Pickford. So Pickford will restart this one. This one cleared out to the near touchline this time around, and Calvert-Lewin controls it very well. It's switched across the field by Rodriguez. Now Richarlison looking to take on someone from Liverpool, but has two defenders in his way. Gomes getting back now. It's Keane. Over to Mina. Good pressure here from Liverpool, forcing the Colombian into an awkward decision, and he ends up simply clearing it to no one. Will go out for a Liverpool throw-in. Ancelotti not very happy or enthused with that one, but of course not the biggest harm giving up a throw-in in your opponent's half. Liverpool do well to play this one out of their half, and now Robertson streaking forward. We'll look back inside for Mane. Still available is Andy Robertson. Looks up, gets a cross in towards the center of the box. That one flicked by Firmino. Shot from the top of the box by Henderson, and it just goes over the bar. Very close there from the Liverpool captain. A good cross in from Robertson. Flicked header from Firmino. Bounces off an Everton body here. Comes out to the top of the box for Henderson, who gets a good half volley in here. Makes excellent contact, but it just rises a little bit too much on him and sails over the goal bar, or the crossbar by about a yard there, and it's still rising as it does. So pretty decent strike there from the Liverpool skipper, just not quite enough direction to get that one into the upper 90. Here's Pickford once again. So a little bit too central for his liking. Calvert-Lewin unable to challenge for that one, but it's actually held up by Richarlison. Liverpool able to get back and nip it away, though. We'll go back to Adrian and cleared away. So being headed back and forth by both sides. Richarlison with some nifty footwork, almost able to come away with that one, but ends up being poked off him by Fabinho. Long pass from Alexander-Arnold won't connect with Firmino, though, and Everton will have it once again with Allen. And clip this one forward. Does not find Calvert-Lewin there. Instead finds the feet of Matip, and Liverpool now have it. Robertson up the touchline here to Thiago. Great move from Thiago. Rides the challenge of Allen. Tries to get this one across the top of the box, but it's actually intercepted by an Everton player. Now they will come the other way here. Robertson caught sliding for this one, but James actually cuts it back, allows the left back to get back into position. James again. Crossfield pass here. Actually an excellent pass here into the path of Digne. He's going to cross it first time. Calvert-Lewin is there! It bouncing around, and Adrian finally comes away with it. Very dangerous opportunity for Everton here. Great cross in from Digne. Picks out Calvert-Lewin at the front post, and the Englishman gets a strike away. I'm not sure how good the contact was, but I do think Adrian comes away with a save there and does just enough to keep it out of the path of an onrushing Everton player to collect the rebound. First real chance of this second half falls to Everton. Calvert-Lewin, unable to capitalize, has scored in, I believe, almost every match they've played so far. Maybe missing one, but has been absolutely prolific thus far in the Premier League season. You can see once again, he is onside because of, I believe that's, can't exactly see this. Oh, no contact from Calvert-Lewin. Actually misses it completely there. Maybe the first mistake we've seen from him all season. A chance like that so far would have been put in the net, but Everton have it once again. This one cleared away by Matip, though. Out for an Everton throw. See a very uncharacteristic miss from Calvert-Lewin with how well he has been playing. We'll see if another chance will fall to him. So it looks like the main broadcast is making some sort of comparison to Duncan big dunk there on the sideline. This one cleared away by Adrian. Won well by Godfrey over the back of Mane. Godfrey now has it once again. Mane slipping there on the near touchline, and good series of passes here between Allen and James will allow Everton to keep possession. Mina over to Keane. Good work by Digne, but the pass from, I'm not sure who that pass was from, but it was intended for the run of Digne, overplayed him a bit, and that one will roll all the way out for a goal kick. So Liverpool restarting this one. Gomez forced back to Adrian. Good high pressure here from Everton. You can see they've stepped their lineup quite a bit there. We're a little bit happier to let Liverpool move up towards the center circle in the first half, but putting their line a little bit higher to start the second half. Here's Decore from 25. That one blocked by Robertson. Now Gomes out to James. Trying to find some options. We'll go back to Gomes. Over to Mina. Mina's pass into Richarlison, intercepted by Thiago. Robertson coming away with it now. Here's Henderson. And a bit of a slip up there in midfield. Two players are down, and the referee actually going to stop this one. Not sure exactly what happened. It looked like Allen and Robertson had it coming together. The referee also may have been slightly involved in the players bumping into one another. Both of them are pretty hurt here. Allen holding the outside of his left leg. As we take a look here, Robertson leaves this one off, and then, ooh, yeah, I think just kind of gets caught. Yeah, just kind of catches Allen, both of them down. I'm not sure what happened, if they knocked knees, knocked ankles, but both players in a little bit of pain here. Not sure how the referee is going to judge this one. Liverpool were in possession of the ball, so I think they will probably come away with it, but did stop a bit of a streaking opportunity there for Jordan Henderson. Looks like the referee's still trying to make sense of what happened here. So we'll go back to the replay one more time from a different angle. Yeah, it looks like Mina just kind of gives Robertson a shove there, and the shove takes him into the back of Allen's leg. So, again, I don't think there's anything in this. I'd be shocked to see someone get carded or reprimanded here, except for potentially Mina for the shove onto Robertson. Allen is back on his feet, still walking gingerly on that left-hand side. Robertson still in discussions with the physio here. See James Milner getting warmed up here, along with Jorginho Wijnaldum, in case Robertson cannot go on. He has now gotten back to his feet here. Just like Allen, still walking pretty gingerly on it, but he is jogging off under his own power. Looks like he is going to continue as of now. But again, we saw something similar where Virgil walked off on his own power, looked like he was going to return to the game, and then realized something was a little more wrong than he expected and ended up heading to the locker room instead. No such indication here from Robertson, who should be able to rejoin the field of play soon. Looks like he is back on, and Everton in possession here, moving this one out to the far touchline. It's Digne flipping this one forward, but a bit of a poor pass there. Does not connect with the run of Richarlison, and it will be at the feet of Adrian. Adrian now picking this one up. Going to look for a long punt. Will not quite pick out Mane there. It's headed away well by Godfrey. Comes back to Godfrey. Tries to chest this one down, but Mane does well to poke it off and tries to keep possession here. The skill does not come off there on the Cruyff turn, and Everton coming away with it with Godfrey now, but he is stripped of possession by Thiago. Firmino running forward, rides the challenge of Godfrey, has Gomes on his right, streaking into the box here, looks to cross, but is blocked by Gomes and cleared by Mina. Comes out to Alexander-Arnold, looks back inside for Henderson. Good poke away by Michael Keane there. Now Richarlison. Gomes. Back to Digne. And back to Keane, over to Mina. It's about 10 minutes gone in this second half, and once again we have a lot of energy between these two teams. Some high pressing coming out from both looking very dangerous. Best chance of the half so far fallen to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Was unable to connect with it, completely missed it. Didn't draw a save out of Adrian. Meanwhile, this ball has run out of play for Everton, and it will go out for a Liverpool throw as we take a look at the replay. Ooh, it's very close there to not crossing the entire line. But these linesmen have been at this for quite a while, and I would trust them that one did. It was in the air, so a little bit tough to tell. You know, don't have the white chalk right next to the ball to have the perfect view, but linesmen typically fairly accurate. And here's Robertson streaking down the left-hand side. Goes for a cross and gets it all wrong there. Doesn't quite get his body in the right position. Ends up tripping over himself, and that one goes harmlessly out for a goal kick here. That's a collector's item there. Yeah, Robertson actually hits the ball with his right foot as he's going to cross it with his left, and so completely throws his cross off and ends up in a heap on the ground. So a little bit sheepishly, he will return to his defensive position. Now it's Pickford to get us started once again. Looks long here for Calvert-Lewin. Instead, it's won by James into the feet of Doucouré. He'll look inside to Calvert-Lewin. Turns back. Now out wide. It's Digne with some time to look. He will cross. It's towards the back post here, headed away by Mane. Only as far as Allen. Now James cuts inside, going to clip this one towards the back post. It's headed out by Matip. This time a little bit further. And Keane will be forced to play this one. He will pick out James pretty well. James towards the back post is a good ball in. Richarlison is off the post. Another great chance for Everton here. That one coming off the post for Richarlison, and Liverpool can bring it away. It comes up the line. Salah has it poked off of him, and Everton have looked the better of the two sides since halftime. Another excellent chance for them off the cross for James Rodriguez. Richarlison striking the woodwork there. But it remains 1-1, and Liverpool now in possession. Thiago getting around Allen, but is forced to check back by Gomes. Mane out to Robertson. Doesn't want to cross from that deep. We'll look back into Mane. Flipped out here to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Back to Thiago. Just about to tick over the hour mark, so 30 minutes remaining in this one. Matip into the feet of Salah. He looks to the referee as he goes to ground, but doesn't get any sympathy, and now it's Digne clearing his lines. Ooh, a bit of a rash challenge there from Calvert-Lewin in the air, kind of jumping over the back of, I believe, Gomez or Matip. It is Matip there. Definitely fouls the Moroccan. Matip will just get back to his feet, but overzealous effort there from Calvert-Lewin, to say the least. Play resuming here. Thiago, good ball into the feet of Salah. He lays it off for Henderson. Henderson moves it forward to Firmino. It's poked away from him by Digne, but will go out for a Liverpool corner. Can always trust that man Thiago to find these passes in between the lines. This time he picks out Salah. The combination starts. Digne gets back well to poke it off for Mino before he can collect that one in the Everton penalty box, but all he can do is knock it out for a corner kick. Here's Andy Robertson. Corner coming in towards the center of the box. Heads go up. It's flicked away by an Everton head. Clearance is finished there by Digne at the far side. Knocked out for a throw-in. Sadio Mane will jog over to take the throw. We'll pass it back to Joe Gomez. Leaves it for Thiago. Thiago once again, good ball into the feet of Henderson this time, but his pass not quite of the same quality, and Richarlison hoofs it forward, but mishits his clearance, and that one goes out for a throw-in. As we look back at the replay here of this cross from James Rodriguez, and yeah, Richarlison always drifting a little bit away from goal with the cross, but gets good contact with his head, and just beaten by the woodwork, unfortunately for him. Now Liverpool in possession once again. Moving forward is Fabinho. Oh, great clip passing here towards Salah, but Pickford is alert to the danger there. Comes sprinting off of his goal line. And able to catch that one before any danger can come. Now Pickford will boot this one forward. Once again towards the near touchline. Here's where he's been aiming for Calvert-Lewin. Robertson wins the initial header, but it goes straight up and out for an Everton throw-in. Godfrey will take the throw in here. Again, new signing in this last window from Norwich City, bolstering the Everton defensive ranks and getting thrown right into the thick of things here on his debut, coming in for the injured Seamus Coleman into a match against the reigning champions Liverpool, and in particular one Sadio Mane, and has been handling himself decently well so far. But of course that matchup can always turn on you in an instant. Mane, such a dynamic player, and always a threat to dribble, pass, shoot, really do anything in the book to make your life hard as a defender. Here's Adrian restarting this one. Mane goes up to win the aerial duel, but his flicked header will not find a teammate. Godfrey will move it back to Pickford. Pickford going to look long for Calvert-Lewin once again, but Gomez is the winner of this aerial duel. It will come over to Matip. He will look forward. His pass intercepted by Keane, and now Gomes moving it over to James with some room to work here. Looking for a slip pass. Instead keeps dribbling. Will shoot. Doesn't quite get the power on it. Adrian will push that one away out towards the sideline for a throw-in. But another decent chance over to the side of Everton. James is looking there for a ball in behind the defensive line of Liverpool. They don't give it to him. Instead, they cut the passing angles there. That does allow James to continue his dribble. Eventually elects to take the shot on himself and has good placement of it in that bottom left corner, but not quite the power. As here comes a long throw from Digne. Flicked on by Mina. It's at the top of the box from James and doesn't quite wrap his foot around that attempted shot. And it sails very high and very wide of the goal mouth into the empty seats. Liverpool about to restart this one. They will go short and then long from Gomez. Doucouré with a good pass into Calvert-Lewin, who looks like he's off sides. Play continues here. Only for James to win possession and then realize that unfortunately his striker is indeed offsides. And it will be a free kick here. This long one won by Godfrey. Everton coming away with it here. Digne now on the far touchline. Can't control this pass from Doucouré. It will go out for a Liverpool throw. Klopp animated on the sideline right now. Not sure exactly who he's yelling at. It's one of his own players or the referee. Now a foul on a Liverpool player. Looks like Mane coming in a little late here into DeeJay, who's holding his left leg. It looks like Mane is going to go into the book here, despite his remonstrations. Yeah, just came in a little recklessly here onto DeeJay. You can see DeeJay's boot is high, trying to win that ball back, but it's not that high, and Mane's jumping into DeeJay, kind of raises his own foot. I think this is probably a fair call from the referee, and Mane will join James Rodriguez in the referee's book. Both of them on a caution here. So we crest the 67-minute mark. So about 23 minutes remaining in this one, as Everton's restart will end up being won by Liverpool. Henderson with a long crossfield pass here, read all the way by Godfrey, but his header loops up and is collected by Mane. Cutting inside now, looking for the options. Will go out wide to Henderson. Looks up, crosses back for Salah, who's now in the box. He has the beating of Gomes, tries to beat Allen, but cannot, and Allen will hoof that one away with his left foot. Richarlison holding up play pretty well there. But Gomes just robbed by Fabinho. Fortunately for him, Doucouré has his back. Wins the ball back. And now it's out to James Rodriguez. Godfrey. And Godfrey on this near touchline has his pass deflected out of play by Robertson. Thrown from Godfrey into the feet of James. He will look across the field. This one not quite as successful as some of his other passes. It's headed away by Alexander-Arnold, but it will be collected by DeeJay. Keane, Mina. Out to Godfrey. Try to push this one past. It's a great challenge here by Thiago, but James reads the ensuing pass from Liverpool and picks it off. Then he's robbed of possession by Fabinho. Firmino ends up slowing down the game finally, and play will come back for a challenge onto Thiago. It looks like a yellow card for Andre Gomes. Take a look at the replay here. Yeah, just stepping on the foot of Fabinho as he runs by him. Well spotted by the referee, and a fair yellow card here to the Portuguese. Now Robertson out to Mane. Cutting over it is Mane, trying to have the beating of Godfrey. He'll clip this one up to the back post. It's headed away by DeeJay, and Richarlison is there to collect it. DeeJay up the line now, only as far as Matip. Comes into Fabinho. Henderson trying to beat Gomes on the dribble. Gomes will poke it off of him. It goes out for a throw. He and Henderson jawing at each other here. Things getting a little heated as Gomes leaving a bump onto Henderson's body there, but multiple players coming in to break it up. Looks like the two will just go back to football. Throw into Salah here. Back to Henderson. Crossed. That one not going to be connected with very well there by Henderson. Not even a deflection for him, and it will go out for a goal kick. So here's Jordan Pickford. We need to get this one restarted. 70 minutes on the clock, just 20 minutes remaining plus stoppage time. There should be decent stoppage time once again due to the knock to Allen and Robertson just about 6 or 7 minutes ago. DeeJay does well to knock this one out of play. You can see an Everton substitution getting ready. It looks to be Gylfi Sigurdsson. Now here's Liverpool in possession once again. Alexander-Arnold. Pass into Mane. Tries to combine with Firmino. It ends up with Fabinho, and now out to Henderson. Henderson crossing early. Flicked away by Mina. Here's a shot from Salah. It's a goal! Mo Salah takes advantage of a short clearance from Yerry Mina. Strikes it first time, and it's into the bottom left corner. Liverpool lead 2-1 from their Egyptian king. And just like that, seemingly out of nowhere, the lead is restored as we see this early cross come in for Henderson. Mina is there, but he tries to backheel the clearance. It only goes a couple yards straight to Salah, who wastes absolutely no time. Sees the ball bounce up, strikes it on the volley first time, and gets the perfect contact. It stings right into that bottom left-hand corner. Excellent strike from Mo Salah. And despite the chances, that Everton have had, Liverpool strike with their first real chance of the second half, and they have restored their 1-goal lead here. Play resuming here. Everton once again going to have to chase this game. They do have an aggressive substitution being prepared in Gylfi Sigurdsson. But now only about 15 minutes remaining for them to level this match once again. Try to get something out of this Merseyside derby. They have struggled so much in this fixture over the years. Hope was high this season with the additions of Alan Doucouré, most notably James Rodriguez in that midfield to try to turn the tides of Everton's position both in the table and in this fixture. They find themselves trailing to the reigning champions Liverpool once again as Firmino now in possession in the Everton half. We'll look inside for Robertson. His flick pass only as far as Keane. Doucouré comes away with it. Now Digne looking long. Will not find Calvert-Lewin. And Liverpool come away with it once again. Here's Salah out on that far touchline into Fabinho. Trent Alexander-Arnold clipping this one into the path of Fabinho, but Michael Keane is there. Oh, he's stripped of possession by Fabinho, who's now driving in towards the box. Decent recovery by Keane forces Fabinho into an awkward cutback, and he ends up losing possession. Now it's Everton coming away with this one. It's Digne into James in the middle. Mina now. Charleston attempts a little bit of a backheel there to a teammate. It doesn't come off, but Everton do retain possession as Liverpool just clears their lines. Long pass into Calvert-Lewin, collected well on the chest, but great defending here from Andy Robertson. Able to flick that one away from Calvert-Lewin in the air. Here's a cross in from Digne. It doesn't connect with anyone. It's cleared away by Thiago. Collected well by Salah, but poked off him by Doucouré. Now Matip out to Henderson. Has some room to work. So does Salah now. Looking back outside, but Digne going to nip back in time. Poke that one away from Roberto Firmino there. Now long clearance from Everton will be headed down by Gomez. James asking for some composure. Wants the ball on the ground from his teammates. Liverpool now happy to slow this game down. Just 15 minutes remaining on the clock here, plus stoppage time. As Mane using his body well to spin Allen. Plays it back for Thiago now out to Robertson. Back into Thiago. Moves this one outside towards Salah. Now quite going to get on top of that one. But now he's into the box again on a pass from Trent Alexander-Arnold, and that one just poked away from him by Michael Keane. Salah once again finding himself in a dangerous position, but just can't quite have the beating of Keane there. Goes for the cheeky nutmeg. Really was one of the only options, though. The ball had run just a little bit away from him. He didn't really have a great shooting angle, needed to cut it back, and so going for the nutmeg. Certainly not something too out of the blue there from Salah. Here's Alexander-Arnold with the corner kick. This one lofted high into the box. A great header and a great save from Pickford to keep this match at 2-1. That one looked goal-bound from Matip there, and you can see his frustration. Gets up well, gets great contact on the ball, but Pickford reacting quickly, gets across to that one, pushes it away from the dangerous areas. Mane now runs out of turf there, and that one will roll out for a goal kick. Once again on the replay here. See Matip leaps well here. Mina busy with Joe Gomez, gets a great header onto this one, guides it well towards that back post, but Pickford sees it all the way, reacts very quickly, and does well to get a strong hand onto that headed effort from Matip. Keeps this game within reach for Everton. Firmino will be sacrificed here for Diogo Jota. 78th minute of play. And the substitution here for Everton as well. Doucouré will be sacrificed for Alex Iwobi. So Iwobi will come on, will offer a new attacking option for Everton. Doucouré will be sacrificed for that. Meanwhile, Jota will come in for the tiring Firmino. It's like he'll play on the wing, and Mane will play as a withdrawn striker, and now he is playing this one out towards Salah. Decent clearance from Digne, but it's collected by Henderson. Salah looking for options now, ends up playing it back to Matip. 78 minutes on the clock, just about 12 minutes remaining here as Robertson has possession. Liverpool move this one all the way back to Adrian. He will just clear this one long towards the right-hand touchline. Salah wins it well. Good body positioning and excellent touch there from Mo Salah. Pass out from Thiago to the newly introduced Jota. We'll look back inside. It's Thiago. Into Salah. He shoots from the top of the box, and Pickford trying to catch that one, I think, ends up just punching it away. It actually stays in play, and Iwobi gets a decent clearance on it. But that ball actually going to stay in play off the deflection. Thiago once again in behind Iwobi as Robertson driving forward, looks into the box. Good header away there from Mina. Calvert-Lewin can't collect it, and Liverpool have it once again. Forced back to Adrian here. Into the feet of Matip. Now Trent. Up the far touchline is Salah holding off a couple Everton players. That one comes off a hand and will be a free kick to Liverpool. 10 minutes remaining in this one, plus stoppage time. Again, there should be a decent chunk of stoppage time due to that clash between Allen and Robertson. You can see good strike on this one from Salah. Pickford electing not to try to catch, instead just punches that one away. Here's Robertson into Mane's feet. He tries a back heel, hoping that one of his teammates is running on. Unfortunately for him, nobody reading the situation like he did, and that one will fall to an Everton player, and they will restart possession from Michael Keane here. Keane's pass just evades Jordan Henderson. Now a good ball up the wing for Digne from James. This one crossed in towards Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin's header, and it's a goal! Everton have leveled here in the 80th minute of play. It's Dominic Calvert-Lewin again. He has been absolutely on fire here for Everton, and he finds a goal in the biggest game of their season. We're all level at 2. And what a game we have on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Liverpool picked apart here excellent cross in the air from Digne. You can see James plays him in perfectly. The weight of the pass is excellent. Digne clips this one up, tells Dominic Calvert-Lewin to go get it, and boy does he ever. Excellent leap here from Calvert-Lewin matched up against Robertson. His header is pure, nods it down into that bottom corner, and Adrian can do nothing about it. Doesn't really get that close. It's just a beautifully guided header from Calvert-Lewin. And he remains in the greatest of form here, scoring once again for Everton. And tying this enormous match, this Merseyside derby with rivals Liverpool in the 80th minute of play. So now 9 minutes on the clock here. And both sides will be looking for a winner once again. Thiago going to move this one out to Trent. Looking inside. Here's Mane. Great save from Pickford. It's still bouncing around the box. Here's a shot from Jota. It's poked away and it just goes wide. Huge stop here from Pickford as Trent Alexander-Arnold's ball in behind for Sadio Mane. Sorry, that's Salah's ball. Is absolutely brilliant. Pickford does just enough to get his body in the way of that one, and it ends up being Mane who gets the last touch of the ball on this second effort from Diogo Jota, and his header just guided wide of the goal mouth. Pickford with a huge save there to keep it level just a couple minutes after Dominic Calvert-Lewin had scored there for Everton. Pickford will restart play here. It's Mane now bringing it down into Salah. Now out to an overlapping Alexander-Arnold. One player in the box for Liverpool. Now 3 arriving. He played back to Salah. We'll look across the face of goal, but that one poked off of him by James Rodriguez. He's going to look forward to Richarlison. James goes down in a heap, but play will continue. Richarlison's running forward. Calvert-Lewin is in the box. Going at Salah, here's Richarlison, but Salah equal to the task. It bounces around and will end up at the feet of Thiago. Henderson moving this one wide now. James is still down on the ground here. The referee still allowing play to go on. Alexander-Arnold will look across the field here. Collected by Jota. 2 defenders around him. Will look out for Robertson. Crossed into the box, but nobody there at the back post. This one going to roll all the way to the other side of the field where Alexander-Arnold will pick it up. It'll be knocked out for a throw-in by Digne. And finally, James can be attended to. Take a look at the replay here. Yeah, it gets a clip from Fabinho on the back of his boot here. Really not a whole lot in it. I think James is certainly making a meal of this. And I'm sure he's very well aware that Fabinho is on a yellow card here. I think. Actually, I don't think he is. I think that might be a mistake on my part. Sadio Mane is the Liverpool player on a booking here. But he is still on the ground, so maybe a more of a painful one than I first thought. But that will give us a stoppage here. Referee in conversation with the 4th official. So we look back at the replay of Calvert-Lewin's goal here. It's always a tough matchup there for Robertson. Calvert-Lewin excellent in the air and has play has resumed. Thank you for that to replay timing NBC, but nothing coming of this Liverpool attack as Calvert-Lewin is all the way back to break this one up. Now James coming away with it. It's up the line towards Richarlison. Has Gomez in front of him. May try to take him on instead. Looks to just play it back to James. Has an overlapping run of Digne. Going to cross this one in towards the back post, but it's a poor cross there from Rodriguez right towards Adrian. He will catch that one easily and restart play for Liverpool. Robertson with a lot of room to dribble here the other way will find Jota on the near touch line. Jota moves it into the feet of Mane, who is bundled over by Yerry Mina. It will be a free kick right outside the 18-yard box for Liverpool. And this is just clumsy from Mina right here. always arriving to this one late. Just puts both of his hands on Mane's shoulder, shoves him on one of his shoulders, shoves him to the ground. Mane is happy to take that free kick. Henderson faking a quick kick there, but unfortunately for him, can't start that one if the referee is backing up the wall, which he is. So it will be Alexander-Arnold stepping over this one. Pickford asking for one extra player in his wall, and Iwobi sprints over. Another faked quick kick. Here's Trent's cross. Actually going to shoot it back towards the near post, but never really looking convincing with that one was Alexander-Arnold. Always going wide here as he looked for that hole at the near post. So 3.5 minutes, or really just 3 minutes remaining in regulation here. So we can see Jorginho Wijnaldum being readied by Liverpool on the sideline. Again, expect a decent chunk of stoppage time here. We've had stoppages for Robertson and Allen colliding with each other. A couple substitutions, as well as the stoppage for James going to ground there. Pickford will restart this one. Gets it towards Calvert-Lewin, but the initial header won by Thiago, brought down by Iwobi. Here's Calvert-Lewin. James with 3 players surrounding him. We'll find Iwobi. We'll go back to James. And all the way back here to Yerry Mina. Michael Keane and Pickford. Oh, Pickford with a bit of a skewed clearance here. This one's straight up in the air. Here's Mina running forward. Be called for the foul against Mane. And now we've got a couple of collisions around the pitch here. Multiple players down. The referee has a red card in his hand. What is going to happen here just towards the end of this match, which has been so thrilling, so exciting? We are about to have some more chaos. Again, there is a red card in the referee's hands. I don't know who it is for. Thiago down on the pitch. It looks like Richarlison, the other player. Let's take a look at this. So initially a poor challenge here from Mina. Oh, and that is a bad challenge from Richarlison. It's going to be him being sent off here for sure. Yeah, it's absolutely, yep. This is 100% a Richarlison red card. It's a straight red. He comes in very high onto Thiago's ankle there with his right boot. I'm not sure how injured he is as well. It did look like he took a little bit onto his left side as well, but I think he may also know that his day is done for that challenge. So we will see the outcome of events here as Thiago and Richarlison still down on the ground. Mane was also briefly down after taking what looked to be another foul from Yerry Mina. Richarlison now being helped back to his feet and will receive the straight red card from the center referee here. So that will be the end of the day for Richarlison. A bit of madness there from the striker. An absolutely heinous challenge. Completely unnecessary. And going in very high on Thiago Alcantara there. And you can't say anything but a deserved red card there for Richarlison. And will certainly be a 2-match ban afterwards as well. Trying to get some last words in here as he walks off the pitch. Being helped off by the physios as well. Not even so much as a look from Ancelotti as he walks by his manager into the dressing room. Carlo clearly not very impressed by what he has just seen. As Jorginho Wijnaldum will be introduced here for Fabinho. There are 5 minutes of stoppage time. So that's actually a little less than I would expect considering the recent stoppage. But Everton will have to play all 5 minutes down a man here. So Liverpool with the opportunity, with the man advantage, to try to take this game home in stoppage time of this Merseyside derby. This absolutely thrilling match between these two crosstown rivals. Here is Diogo Jota. Thiago Alcantara. It's this one back. Out to Robertson. Jota rides one challenge. Gets it out to Robertson. Good exchange of passes here. Will be trying to defend. It's in the box with Mane. Robertson once again, but this one cleared away by Keane. All the way back to Joel Matip. 1 minute gone in stoppage time. 3 minutes 45 seconds remaining for Liverpool to try to find this winner. You have to imagine it would come from them if anyone. And now this one down with Robertson. Here's Jota in the box, but Jota takes out his own player. A bit of a miscommunication there between him and Mane. Jota getting in the way of his teammate, and both of them go to ground. Ball's cleared away, but only as far as Thiago. He'll restart the attack here, looking in behind for Mane, who's in the box already. Going to cross this one. Here's a shot from Henderson. It's in! It's in! Liverpool has scored into stoppage time. Pickford cannot stop it. And it's 3-2 to Liverpool in the Merseyside derby. Incredible scenes here from Everton Stadium, playing with 10 men after a straight red shown to Richarlison for a tackle onto Thiago. And Liverpool have taken the lead once again. This is a great reverse pass from Thiago. Mane way too open, gets into the box, and the shot from Henderson off the cross with his left foot is on the ground. Pickford dives for it, but doesn't get full contact. The ball goes straight up into the air, and the momentum carries it behind the goal line. Pickford unable to keep this one out despite making multiple excellent saves throughout this match. And Liverpool find themselves once again in the lead with just a couple minutes of stoppage time remaining. We're looking at the VAR review here for an offsides, but it looks to my eyes that Sadio Mane is onside as he receives this pass from Thiago. This goal should stand. And a very disappointing ending here for Everton and for Carlo Ancelotti. Excellent match played by them. So much tension, so much energy, so much chaos throughout this match, and capped off by that moment of madness from Richarlison. Everton going down to what? No goal. They've ruled it no goal. He's offsides. I can't believe it. I have no idea what the camera angles are. I have to believe that with the computer technology, he is offsides. Again, to my eyes, what is offsides? I don't even know what to say about this one. I have to trust that he actually is offsides. But even looking at the replay, to my eyes, I can't see how he's offsides there. It's absolutely mind-boggling to me. I mean, a piece of his arm, a piece of his jersey is off by a millimeter. It can't be anything more than that. As Everton coming the other way now through Calvert-Lewin. So the goal has been chalked off. It is no longer 3-2 to Liverpool. We are still tied at 2 here with just about 30 seconds in stoppage time remaining. I have to imagine the referee will add more on for the goal and VAR review. As Everton now with a little bit of pressure despite being down a man, although Jorginho Wijnaldum doing well to rob Allen of possession here. Now Liverpool coming the other way through Diogo Jota, has Andy Robertson on the underlap. Will play it around. Here's Robertson in the box, but it's too hard for Robertson. Cannot get on the end of that one. It will be a goal kick to Everton. And they can take some time off the clock here. What an ending to this match. What are we... The scenes here from Merseyside are absolutely incredible. Once again, red card for Richarlison in the 87th minute of play. Straight red for a horror challenge onto Thiago. Then the build-up to the goal here. You can see the shot from Henderson dribbling over the line after Pickford cannot keep it out. And on a VAR review, Sadio Mane ruled to be offsides in the build-up, and it can't be by more than a millimeter in the build-up to that goal. It is chalked off here in the 93rd minute of play. And we play on here. Iwobi taken down in the left corner by Robertson. And now a chance here at the death for Everton to potentially steal this match on a set piece here. Some good footwork from Iwobi. Robertson with a bit of a lazy challenge there, maybe frustrated from all the events he's seen transpire in the past 8 minutes here. So Everton once again with a set piece here. James Rodriguez over the ball. Here is the set piece towards the back post. Calvert-Lewin is there. It's back across the box, but Adrian alert to the danger. And that will do it. That is the final play of the game. The referee's blown the final whistle, and we are all level here in the Merseyside derby. An absolutely thrilling 2-2 draw between Everton and Liverpool that has seen a red card, a goal chalked off, and 4 excellent goals from 4 different players here today. Sadio Mane opening the scoring on 3 minutes, followed up by a header from Michael Keane off a corner kick. Mo Salah giving Liverpool the lead again in about the 85th minute of play. Then then the Calvert-Lewin, in about the 80th minute of play, then Calvert-Lewin leveling things on 81 minutes. Richarlison getting himself sent off on 89 there with an absolutely horror challenge on Thiago, followed by that would-be goal that is chalked off for Jordan Henderson there as Sadio Mane offsides in the build-up. What an exciting match we've had here today. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you did enjoy the commentary and the cast. I'm not really going to go through player ratings today. I'm really tired and I want to go to sleep. So thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the cast, and we will see you next time.